Hey guys, and welcome to the Christmas Are You Hardcore? Yes, it is the Christmas one. Look, there's something interesting over there, but we'll get to that in a short little while. And it's going to be a little bit different this time because this is only going to take roughly an hour. It's a mini Are You Hardcore. Mainly because, well, from experience, when I was creating the December maps for Base Race, I would go to town. I think some of the best maps that I've ever made were for Christmas base races. But the thing is, no one had time to actually properly play them. So it was kind of a bit of a wasted effort. So what I've done is I've scaled things down a bit to an hour long, so hopefully people will actually have time to fit it into their busy Christmas schedules. So yes, here we go. 1 hour long. And, oh, by the way, there's not going to be a January map. This is actually a kind of something I'm carrying over from Base Race as well, because if there were to be a January map, it would require me to work through Christmas and my birthday, which I don't want to do, so I'm not going to. But there will be, what's it called? Major Age. Major Age will continue going through December and January. So yes, if you want to swap over and play some Major Age before, maybe you haven't played Major Age. It's good, it's fun. You throw spells and things. It's a lot of good fun. Anyway, this build over here is by Icy Casey. At least it's adapted from a build by Icy Casey. It didn't used to be all icy and stuff, but it is now. And if you go and right-click on one of these signs, then it will take you to the actual build page. So if you want to get the build for yourself, then you can. It's right over there. But you can't actually get over there right now. But I'll talk. I'll talk about that in a bit. So yes, this is a Christmas map, and as such, there are going to be festive mobs and stuff around. But I'm sure you'll be able to discover all of that yourself. And also, if you are a tier 2 patron or above, then there is a new sword unlocked. Where is it? Here it is, the Candy Cane. Of course it is. What else would it be? So you can have the Candy Cane sword if you are a tier 2 patron or above from now on. So there you go. That's pretty cool. Right, I think let's start looking through the book, shall we? I feel like I'm going to forget something, but it'll be fine. Everything's fine. Okay, so Are You Hardcore? December 2019 Christmas Freeze. Click here to join the Discord if you haven't already. Click here to turn on recording reminders. Click here to turn on Batty's Rewards Pack. I'm sure you know all of this by now, but if you don't, then obviously these are quite important. If you are recording, then this will remind you to keep recording. And if you want to know where you're standing without putting the F3 screen up, then hey, this is a nice little compacted version of the F3 screen, which is very, very useful. Click here to support the Mob Cave on Patreon. I mean, why not? And click here to unlock your Patreon rewards. Come on, you know this by now. I'm sure you know this by now. Subscribe to the Mob Cave to stay up to date. The ready button is after this month's rules. All right, the rules. Here we go. What is Christmas Freeze all about? This month's rules. The Ice Queen has vowed to freeze everyone in an ice storm at Christmas. Also, she steals puppies. And you have 45 minutes to gear up before you take on the Ice Queen in her palace. It is a raid map. It is like the October map, in that you gear up and then you have to take on the building, the boss, the final fight, whatever you want to call it. But yes, like the Halloween map that we did where you had to take on the Haunted Mansion, this time you have to take on the Ice Palace. But of course it is a mini one. You have to sort yourself out within 40 to 45 minutes. After 45 minutes, if you are not within the palace, you will begin to freeze. Once in the palace, you will be in adventure mode, which means you won't be able to place things and you won't be able to break things. So it is like going into a adventure map or something, you know, and you go in with your weapons and your food. Those are the main things to get: weapons and food, and armor, obviously, and take on whatever is inside. You may sleep, and phantoms are off. General rules, as usual: no cheating, eat what you like. If recording, post your first run. Feel free to play again, but declare it's your X number playthrough. The challenge lasts around 1 hour. There are 20-minute and a fanfare to let you know when you've finished. Good luck, have fun, and Merry Christmas. And click there to start. All right, little tips before I set you on your way. Firstly, you may have noticed that there's a thing over here with a red beacon. Yes, that thing. Go and visit that as soon as you can, really, because that will help you out to do this thing over here. So yes, go and visit that. Useful stuff. If you don't visit that, if you have not watched this video and you don't know to go and visit that, then ooh, well, more fool you. Also, before you go in, I would suggest you get 2 things. Make sure you have 2 things, because it's kind of imperative, I would say. Make sure you have a shield and a ranged weapon of some kind. Probably means a bow. Because, yes, it technically, I would say you can complete it without those 2 things, but it will be a lot harder if you don't have them. So yes, a shield and a bow. Yeah, okay. I think that is just about everything. I don't think there's anything else to say. So yeah, hope you enjoy it. I think it's going to be an interesting one, being just an hour long. It is, yeah, 40 minutes to gear up, 5 minutes to get inside. If you are outside, then you are going to start taking damage as you freeze. And that's going to be unpleasant for everyone involved. You can play it multiplayer as well. So if you think that it's going to be too hard to take on this, then hey, play it in multiplayer. And yeah, maybe, of course, that will mean 2 people to gear up, but, 2 people to find the gear to gear up. So, hey, maybe, yeah, whatever you want to do, it should work. Anyway, here we go. Hope you enjoy it. Have a Merry Christmas. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye. If you're taking part, why not join the Are You Hardcore Discord to chat with other players and post your videos. Remember that you can support the Mob Cave on Patreon to receive even cooler hardcore hats. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask.